Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to break down the fundamental equation of wealth that could honestly change your entire financial reality. It's a concept the wealthy totally get, but most of us, we were never taught it.
Most of us were sold this really simple formula for life. Go to school, get good grades, land a good job, and you're set. But for so many people, the reality feels, well, completely different. It feels like you're working harder than ever, but you're just spinning your wheels, totally stuck in the same place financially, month after month.
I mean, you scroll through social media and you see this unbelievable wealth. People buying luxury cars like it's a cup of coffee. And yet here you are after a long, hard day at work, wondering if you can even afford a hamburger. It just feels like there's a huge piece of the puzzle missing from this whole conversation about money. So what is it? Look, the core issue isn't your work ethic. It's that we've been operating with a flawed mental model about money. It's an incorrect equation that we've just kind of absorbed from school, from the media, even from our well-meaning parents, and it's keeping us trapped.
And this, right here, is the fundamental lie we've all been told, that your financial destiny is tied directly and only to the salary you earn from an employer. This one idea is the root of so much financial struggle because it's just not the whole picture.
Think about it. If wealth was just about salary, the world wouldn't make any sense. You see people with pretty modest salaries building incredible wealth, while at the same time you see high earners living completely paycheck to paycheck. It's obvious that something else is going on. So let's pull back the curtain and reveal the real formula that the wealthy have always understood. See, your financial health isn't decided by a single number on a paycheck. It's actually a dynamic equation with two super important variables: the amount of value you create for other people and the amount of stuff you consume. So this is the crucial point. Value isn't just about working hard or, being busy. True economic value is created when you solve a real, existing problem for other people. The bigger or more painful the problem you solve, the more value you create. Simple as that.
Now, before you can even think about creating more value, you have to build a solid foundation. You have to get a handle on the second part of that equation, your consumption. This is your financial defense. And honestly, without it, nothing else we talk about is going to matter.
So what's so interesting about this massive number? $300 million. This isn't the valuation of some tech company. No, this is the amount of money one single person earned during his career. And yep, this is a perfect, if painful, reminder that a high income means absolutely nothing if your consumption is out of control. Mike Tyson earned an almost unimaginable amount of money, but because his consumption was even higher, he lost every penny. You simply cannot out-earn bad spending habits. And let's be real, the modern world is a minefield of spending traps. The system is literally designed to keep you consuming. Social media creates this intense pressure to keep up with everyone else. Stores are engineered to make you impulse buy. And our own brains are wired to want that small, instant reward of a purchase over the much bigger but delayed reward of saving. But here's the catch. While managing your consumption is absolutely essential, it's totally non-negotiable. It has a limit. There's a floor. You can only cut your spending down to zero, right? You can't win the game of wealth by only playing defense. So this is where we play offense, the value side of the equation. This is where your potential is truly unlimited. This is how you don't just survive, but you actually thrive and build real, lasting wealth. To really understand what value means, just look at these two products. A pet rock. It sounds completely ridiculous, right? But back in 1975, in a post-war America that was craving simplicity and a good laugh, it solved a real emotional problem. The guy who invented it became a millionaire in months. Then you have the coolest cooler. It was this tech marvel, but it solved problems that nobody really had. It was a spectacular failure. The lesson? Value is about solving real problems, not just adding cool features. Okay, so how do you actually go about providing more value in your own life? Well, there are really two main strategies you can pursue, and both of them are totally valid paths to increasing your income and building wealth. So on one hand, you can increase the value you provide to just a small number of people. This means becoming a true expert. Think a top surgeon or a specialized lawyer, someone who can solve incredibly difficult, painful problems for a really high price. On the other hand, you can scale value for a lot of people. This is about building a system, like an app or an online business, that solves a common problem for millions of people, but at a low cost.
One of the most direct ways to increase your value is to learn what people call high-income skills. These aren't just random talents. They are skills that directly solve urgent and expensive problems for businesses.
Just think about it. Sales brings in the money. Programming builds the actual product. Web development creates the online storefront. Marketing brings in all the customers. Project management makes sure it all gets done. And now AI implementation can make a business way more efficient. These skills are always in demand because they create real, tangible value.
Okay, so let's bring all this home. We've torn down that old, flawed equation, and we've put up the new, powerful one. Now let's turn this into a clear, actionable plan that you can actually use in your own life.
If you take away just one thing from all of this, let it be this. Treat managing your consumption as your financial defense. It's your foundation, it's your safety net. But you need to focus all your creative energy, your learning, and your effort on your offense, on increasing the value you provide to the world. That is how you win this game.
This whole mental shift, it all starts with asking a different question. Instead of asking, how can I make more money, start asking yourself, what is one real existing problem that I can start solving for other people starting today? The answer to that question, well, that's the first step on your path to true financial freedom.